What's up guys, Christian here with River Pools, and today we're going to answer some questions you may or may not think to ask in terms of the excavation of your pool project. We're actually on site today in Delaware, Rehoboth, Delaware, and we're here on the site of one of the jobs for clean cut pavers. So first of all guys, thanks for inviting us out to check out the job. Here are 4 things you may not think to inquire about when it comes to the excavation of your pool. This, 2 minutes in the pool. Okay, typically I would set a 2-minute timer and try to get to the answer before the timer goes off, but I don't have my normal setup today, so I'm just going to stick as close to it as I possibly can. Feel free to time me at home. All right, the first thing you may or may not think to inquire about is what would happen if the installer of your pool were to hit rock or groundwater during the excavation process. So, if rock is encountered, there's 4 different options. First and foremost, you could fill that hole in and abandon the job and just pay your contractor for his time. But let's face it, you really wanted a pool to begin with. So some of the other options could be to actually raise the level of that pool and get above the rock that cannot be removed. It could also be blasted away or have a jackhammer break the rock up and remove it that way. Those can be some costly processes to go through. The other option is to actually relocate the pool, but then again, you do run the risk of finding more rock on your property. So it can be dealt with, just be prepared for some added expense if rock is discovered. Now in terms of groundwater, like we have here at this job site, we're on a coastal community, and so groundwater was to be expected. So again, you could actually raise the height of that pool and get above the groundwater, or install a dewatering system like you see right now. Okay, so another thing that folks don't typically think to ask about when it comes to the excavation of their pool is how much dirt is going to be produced when the hole is dug. You can see behind me, there's lots and lots of dirt that comes out of the ground. Try to make a guess how much dirt you think would come out of that hole and multiply it by 5. That's usually what we recommend to folks when they ask how much dirt is going to come out of the hole. It's far more than you could think. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of dirt has to be hauled away by dump truck because there's simply not enough room on your property to spread it out. So make sure you have that conversation with your installer ahead of time and ask the question, how much dirt is going to come out of that hole, where is it going to go, and does it need to be hauled away? Another thing people don't typically realize and think to inquire about is what exactly is going to happen to my property during the installation process. Well, I'm going to come right out of the gate and say, your grass is going to be ruined. Your flower beds, some of them may be ruined. Listen, let's face it, a lot of heavy equipment needs to come in and out of the job site and needs to access the location for your pool. We're talking about excavators, skid loaders, dump trucks. A lot of heavy equipment is going to come through your property, and you need to plan to reestablish the landscaping in those areas and the pathway from the road to the location of your pool. So just be expecting that there will be some damage and it needs to be repaired afterward. Last but not least, a lot of folks wonder if they could actually save money by digging the hole themselves. You're not really going to save anything, maybe $500, maybe $1,000, but at the end of the day, all of the equipment needed to dig that hole has to be on the job site anyway to remove the pool from the trailer and actually set it in the hole. So you're not really saving a whole lot of money, and since the equipment has to be there anyways, you might as well let the pros dig the hole themselves. They'll dig it precisely to spec and be able to install the pool faster. I'm Christian with River Pools. I have no clue if I stuck to my 2-minute timeline. You be the judge. We'll see you on the next episode. Catch the wave.